Okay, so welcome back to YouTube videos, this series on Pinan katas. Today we'll be looking at Pinan Yondan, fourth kata. Here to help me again, Sensei Kerry. Yeah, let's crack on and see where it takes us. Pinan Yondan. Oi! Oi! So the next combination that we're looking at is so from the epi, cover, bring the hand up, in for the other uke. Make sure the elbow's in. It's no good here. You need it into your body with your weight behind it. And if you can, try and take your Junzuki stance here, because that makes it a hell of a lot easier and quicker to go into your Maigere. After all, this will be a combination. Yeah. So turn, Maigere, cover, and kakushiash, back cat stance for the Urakan. So I'll be taking you through that with a partner. So first of all, cover, elbows in, foot's out, ready for the Maigere. As I come in, the punch is coming, reach, and Urakan. Cover, Maigere, force your hip in. When you do the kakushiash, try and make sure that you turn your foot in slightly, bring your hip in, opposite, not just square, opposite. Your knee will then point into your front knee for a much stronger stance. And your hip has gone in for this uke, this suri. And Urakan. Make sure your arm's straight out for the Urakan. Yeah, we do in the association we belong to for Pinan Yondan. We to support it we do 2 Nihon committees, 10 and 11, and you'll find this technique within it. So this makes more sense, especially when you're doing the uke instead of here. Yeah, dropping in. Wash. Okay, so the next part we're looking at is from Urakan to turning, Maigere, Jun, Sonobaid. Okay, so we'll be looking at the kaisets for that. So, last week, some of us were very fortunate to spend a week training at the Wado Academy winter course. It was a great honour to train with Otsuka III, where he was teaching internals. So, when you come to turn, Try not to put your foot across and turn, because you'll be guessing where to put the foot. If you can use this compression, you'll not only turn quicker, you'll go in exactly the right place. So once more, you're compressing, you're going to turn. And the same when you come here. Not just put your foot across, but try and use your hip and your momentum to turn. You'll end up with, your result will be a faster, positive turn. Not, well, have I put my foot in the right place? No, I'm too wide. Yeah, have I put my correct foot? No, it's too short. So try and use this momentum by using your, and you'll be exactly in the right stance. Very difficult to do. And after a week's training, trying to do this, I really ached in areas that I didn't realise I'd got. So try and use them. I think we've touched on them before, but made it positive. Okay, so we've got to here with Sonobate. Yeah, punches come in here. Yeah. So this is the part that we'll be demonstrating. Yes. So we've done the Hizugeri, and the coming down, and the Kakayuke, and the Kakayuke. But you shouldn't forget Taisho as well, here. Yeah, and when you're doing the Kakayuke, yeah. After training, we'd obviously need some something to quench the thirst. So while we're quenching our thirsts, we usually had some good talks, and there was one good talk that I had with Rob, our friend up north, right, Rob Curry. So what he was talking about, he also does Iaido. So he called this the mountain, the valley, and the stars. So you don't watch the stars. You look for the mountain, but you actually use the valley. So try and remember mountain, valley, stars. So don't watch the fist. Don't watch the valley, but watch the motion in the mountain. Thought that was quite an interesting story. Thank you, Rob. So similar from one side to the other. What you shouldn't forget is Taisho. So to practice Taisho, you need to do an exercise that my sensei Toru Takamizawa showed us in temple. So if we can use Simon, please. So you start off with the Kakayuke. 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 Now to use Taisho. Simon's going to push through and punch Chu down. So, and you can use your racken. So once more. So Kakayukai, then Taisho. And away. Yeah, 1, 2. And then you can practice the other side. Kakayukai. With Taisho. So using Kakayukai and Taisho. Don't forget Taisho as well. And when you're practicing, if you can, very difficult when you're doing it good, Nash, but try and have it same height as your shoulder. Elbow. If you move away. Same as your fighting stance, just the hands. Same as Seishan, fighting stance. Whoosh. So, Pinanyondan. I'm sure you've been asked while you've been training, what's your favourite kata? And from a very early stage, I said Pinanyondan. Not sure why, but it's always Pinanyondan. I think it's because there's fast, dynamic moves within it. Yeah, lots of things that we haven't possibly covered before. So I think that's one reason. The other reason is there's lots of similarities with Kushanku. There seems to be quite a lot of bits and pieces that's been taken out of Kushanku and into Pinanyondan. So, yeah, I enjoy Pinanyondan. Fast turns, fluid movements, yeah, fast responses. So, yeah, I enjoy Pinanyondan.